Hey everybody, Max with BuzzTox here, and I'm back with a quick Game of Thrones Season 8 news video. And in this video, I'm going to strictly be focusing in on the Winterfell set. Now in the past, I made a video about the Winterfell set, but right now it's almost finished. So we can look at the finishing touches that give us some really good insight on what to expect for Season 8. And when you look at the picture, you notice a couple of key differences. First of all, they actually added correlations to the set. If you don't know what that is, it's the spikes on the wall. And this is not only a new addition to the set itself, it's a new addition to the castle of Winterfell that we see in the television show. Now by them adding ridges on the walls of Winterfell really indicates to me that Winterfell is going to be under siege or attack in this season. Some of these towers and walls before were actually recreated through VFX. But now they're actually building a physical set. You're going to have soldiers or key actors standing on the battlements in Winterfell, standing on the towers and standing on the walls. Another key indicator that we can see is we can see a bunch of fake snow along the castle. And that's actually really important because that indicates that they're setting that up for a shot. So in the show, we're going to be seeing the front of Winterfell. And that even further sets up a siege or an attack on Winterfell because we're going to be seeing inside Winterfell as well as the outside perspective. But now let's get into speculation. Is it a siege or is it an attack on Winterfell? And I have a couple of opinions and it really plays into my predictions which are going to come out soon. And I just want to lay down the ground rules and state that I think the White Walkers are going to be involved no matter what. And here's my logic. We have two players on the field. We have the Golden Company and the White Walkers. We have the Golden Company that has 20,000 men, and Euron Greyjoy is going to go pick them up. So we don't know where Cersei is at mentally, but it does seem unlikely that she would send her men all the way up to the north to lay it to siege. The reason I say that is because Tywin Lannister said it was a dumb idea a couple seasons earlier. And based on the last season, Cersei has made it very well known how much she admires her father, and her whole reason in paying off the Iron Bank was based off her father's advice. So it only makes sense that she would listen to her father again and not send all of her men to Winterfell, because it's at the start of a harsh winter, and her men won't be able to survive the long winter trek to the north. However, the opposing side of that is that we could say that Cersei's lost it. The baby that she has is the only thing that's really connecting her to reality. Jaime left her and she's totally alone. And in the plot leaks of Season 7, it stated that Cersei would have a miscarriage. This actually didn't happen in Season 7, but possibly the producers of the show waited on that plot point to push it in the next season. It wouldn't surprise me if Cersei had a miscarriage and that resulted in her sending all of her force to Winterfell to lay them to siege. She would want to attack them and cut off their legs before they even had a chance to respond. And let's say if she did do that and 20,000 men were laying siege to Winterfell. How would that pan out? I don't see it ending in any other way than the White Walkers coming and interrupting the siege. And then the two sides might have to fight together against their common enemy, the White Walkers. But there's also a key plot point that I think the direction of the show is going to go. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil my predictions video. But bottom line is the Golden Company was founded by a Targaryen bastard. The Golden Company is a group of exiles and they're known for never breaking a contract. In the show, we're going to be getting some insider knowledge from Jorah, as Jorah himself has been a part of the Golden Company. And I think politically, Jon and Daenerys will not want to go to war with the Golden Company. Because that is a lot of men, and it could take a lot out of their force, as well as Jon doesn't want to add more dead to the Night King's army. So I think what we're going to see is a ploy by Jon and Daenerys to try and end the contract. And the way to end the contract is killing Cersei. They can do that in multiple ways. You have Arya who can go into King's Landing to kill her, fulfilling her list. You have Daenerys who could go in with a dragon, which does back up the House of the Undying when we see the roof of the Red Keep blown to shit. But bottom line is, I think they have to end that contract. And then you follow that up with giving the Golden Company somebody to follow, giving them a new contract. And I think that will result in Jon or Daenerys communicating with the Golden Company by allowing them to come home to Westeros and no longer being exiled from it. And I think it'll be here where Jon and Daenerys get the Golden Company to follow them. But where I think there's going to be a key political issue is Jon is also a Targaryen. And I think whoever the Golden Company chooses to follow, whether Jon or Daenerys, will dictate who will be the one to sit the throne in the end of the show. But what's key here is that I don't think the Golden Company is going to follow both Jon and Daenerys. I think they're only going to follow one of them. And whoever the Golden Company follows will result in that person having the power in Westeros. It could be Daenerys. She won over the Dothraki, she saved the Unsullied, and it would be only natural for her to win over the Golden Company. But on the other side, there's Jon Snow. Everywhere Jon has been, he's had power given to him. He became Lord Commander of the Night's Watch and then the King of the North. And it wasn't because of his birthright, it's because of the person he was. And it would also align with Jon Snow's story arc. And it seems like they would back Jon more if the news got out that he was a legitimized Targaryen. But I'll leave that up to you guys. Leave me a comment down below telling me what you think will happen. What will happen to the Golden Company? Will the White Walkers have a role in attacking Winterfell? Let me know. I'm going to lay down my predictions very soon, telling you what I think will happen in vivid detail. I just want to point out I don't have a set date on it because it is a lot of work and I got to hash out a lot of plot holes because I want to produce an amazing series finale to Game of Thrones. But I'll be back with much more videos, I promise, this week. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.